Welcome everyone to this JabNet video. My name is Reese Priddle. I am a senior developer at FBDA Associates. From its inception, I have been responsible for the JabNet portfolio of software tools, all supporting the transformation of the natural database applications to functionally equivalent Java applications using a relational database. The diagram on this slide shows the process architecture we employ to transfer a customer's natural database application. Starting from the left, where we receive the customer source code and data input, through the parsing operations, and then the creation of SAR, or syntax analysis repository, where all intermediate parsed and processed results are stored for subsequent actions, shown on the right. For this video, we will demonstrate the JabNet database to relational tools to create the Oracle DDL. However, it could just as easily be DB2, MySQL, SQL Server, or DDL from multiple other relational data sources. With this next slide, I've summarized some of the JabNet transformation rules. While there are some customizations we can apply, we must remember that since the natural source will be transformed to Java on a statement-to-statement basis, relational data must be stored and retrieved in a form consistent with the JabNet procedural Java application syntax and semantics. Some of the rules include: we keep ISN as the key, the descriptors in the FTT are mapped to indices in the relational schema, MUs and PEs, for the most part, are mapped to child and grandchild tables. And the supers and subdescriptors are mapped to physical fields, which are updated by triggers. With this, I will now demonstrate the use of the JabNet Migration Support Tool, or JMST for short. The screen you see here is the opening screen for the JabNet Migration Support Tool, or JMST. JMST is primarily used for normalizing FTTs, but can also be used to partition modules into smaller groups. It also shows the line and module counts in the source code that was parsed. It can also be used to create unique functions to support a natural migration. To see a list of the FTTs to be normalized, you simply click on the Normalize FTT links. And it gives you a list of all the FTTs that were included in the natural source parse that have at least one DDM associated with it. To normalize any particular FTT, you simply click on the link for that FTT, and it starts a wizard-like interface. And the first screen shows you just the layout of the FTT. So you have the database short name, format length, whether there's a parent or not, whether it's an index or not, suppression indicator, and whether the field itself is an MU, PE, super, or sub. In this case, we have one PE and two super descriptors in this particular FTT. Step one, next step, is to select the relational column names for the new tables. In this case, there's a few options. You can choose the database short name, which would name the fields AA_field, for example. Or you could use any of the DDMs associated with that FTT. In this case, there's only one, so it defaults to that. Or you could choose a brand new name if you chose. Go to the next step, step two. Now, this step is to choose the data type and size of the new relational column. There are rules. For example, if it's a character field under 3, it becomes a car. Above 3, it becomes a varchar. There are other rules for Oracle and for other relational databases. Next step, we choose the new relational table names. In this case, since there's only one DDM associated with this FTT, we can use any of the default buttons to set the table names. Now, in this case, since we have a PE group that became a child table, and the default is the FTT name with the short name of the PE field, we can click on the Use All Defaults button, and what it'll do is use the DDM name as the table name, and the DDM name plus the relational name of the PE group. And the next step is to save that data back to SAR. Now that we have at least one FTT normalized, we can actually generate the Oracle schema from here. So there's a couple of links on here. One of the Generate Oracle Schema, and if I click on it, it'll actually run the process to generate the Oracle schema. And if I click on the here, it will download a zip file with the complete schema and support files to do data conversion. In the next video, we'll take that zip file and we'll actually create the Oracle schema, and we will convert the data for the single FDT. Thank you very much.